Hey guys, Galucia here, and today I am going to pick up with another episode of Civilization Revolutions. Um, Hanging out with my son Michael today because he wanted to watch. You see it? Yeah, mouthful of food. Okay, so there's a lot of different things that we can learn. I think masonry. And then I'm going to see if I can possibly build the Great Wall Wonder, which is good for defense and, gives you a thing. Ugh, that's no good. That is no good at all. Um, who's this? Oh, the Germans. Okay. Hey, Germans. So I was kind of evaluating my my gameplay here as I zoom out a little bit so I can see what's going on. I should be okay, but there is a little bit of cause for concern. So here's this city here, which is in a nice placement, and it's got dye, it's got gems, so it has a lot of potential places I could grow to if and when I'm able to get my culture higher, and it actually starts to grow. And then way over here, I have this other city, and there's definitely potential for someone to build a city in between the two. They would need a boat to do it, because I pretty much have this whole middle section landlocked. But after looking at it, I was like, that's kind of spacious. Spacious-ish. I don't know. Maybe put a city like here on this like peninsula or here, because I would like to try to take advantage of the fish, but, whatever. There's some more down here, so one way or the other, I'd like to try to scoop them up. So I might end up putting some settlers there, but right now I have just about everything working on libraries. Hold on, let me. Yeah, I'm trying to make my way over here to look at some stuff we haven't seen yet. Yeah, everything right now is working on libraries. Dang it. Oh, and look who decided to build Hamburg after my troops walked by. Son of a crap. Are they stuck? It's a whole freaking army. Seriously? Really? I wonder if I can pass over here because I don't actually have to touch their territory. Because it's a sliver. This happened before. The last time I was playing this game, I moved a unit somewhere and then they decided to build a freaking city and then I get stuck in an area. Alright, so whatever. Anyway, we can build the Great Wall Wonder. I think I'm going to go with mathematics so I can get catapults early. Alright, finally, finished the library. That's what's up. So, yeah, now that people are going to be finishing with... Oh, dang it. I can't build a thing yet. Oh, man. I thought I already had that researched. Shoot. Okay, well, I'll make them make some settlers, and then... Shoot, how do I go... How do I go back into my science? And change what I just decided to build? Because I'm like, yeah, let's build a thing. And meanwhile, I have no culture... Commands. Change research. Okay, there it is. Whew. I was like, man, how do I do this? Okay. Yeah, we want ceremonial burials so we can start making temples. Oh, sweet. I can move them over that space. Whew. Man, I thought they were going to be stranded. That would have been very unfortunate. I don't even. My army is basically just wandering around right now because I pretty much don't have anywhere for them to go. I've explored just about everything I can explore. So, all right. So now we can build a temple. We can build the Great Pyramids. That's a lot of good stuff. Did you just burp? I'm trying to do a recording. Burpee. At least you said excuse me. Now I'll work on mathematics to get those catapults going. Nice. Okay, we just got the barracks done. Perfect timing. Let's get a temple. You see how small my territories are? Like, my culture is terrible. So the culture in this game is directly proportionate to how much your actual boundaries expand. And if you have a lot of it, you can actually take over an enemy's city just because you have so much culture that like your boundaries are pushing against theirs. And then like the inhabitants of that city are like so impressed with your culture that they join you. So it's a good way to try to get a victory if you would like. And let's see, I still got these guys making monies, huh? Let's switch them back to science. Monies are good, but I mean, I built a library for a reason. I'll deal with monies later. I do have enough money now to build a road if I choose to. But now since I'm planning on building a city in between, I'll wait until I build that city, and then I'll build a road to that one, and then from that city to this one, and that makes more sense to me. You know what? I'm just gonna like move these guys one more space to the left and then park them. Still don't have the best city. Triple E is kicking my butt on that department. Yeah, I'm just gonna park those guys. While we work on building all these various things. Oh, for the love of Pete. Yeah, Pete. 150 gold. So, I'm at war. That's the one thing I don't like about this game. In comparison to like Civ 5. Like I think like on purpose to try to speed the game up. Regularly, enemy units or enemy other cultures, other civilizations will, just in time, I got catapults. They will like ask you for something ridiculous in return for peace. Just like, yeah, give us this or else, and you're just like, what? Oh look, see, all right, so we finished the temple. We got more culture, and immediately we took over the tile to our left. So immediate example of how that can work. Now we're gonna get to work on catapults. That place is gonna be working on catapults for a while. But yeah, so and you're gonna be like, no, and then it's immediately gonna start a battle or a war with them. There's no in between. It's just like war starts immediately. I think they really try to push war in this game because, like I said, it's a way for them to speed up the game since it is on a console, and they seem to really want to increase the overall speed of things. So at least that's the impression I get. I'm going to leave these guys defending here. I mean, this guy started a war with me, but I mean, it's whatever. The only way to get to me is either by boat or by passing over here, and then I'll see them with my warrior army. I don't have amazing defenses, but at least I have one archer in each city. I'll work on adding some archers to them in a bit. But I'm not going to go on the offensive because not yet anyway. When I get the catapult army going, maybe, but I didn't start this war, and I'm not really looking to get too carried away with it. Hey, look, we're the first ones to do that, so we got ourselves a spy. Nice. We will use that when we do decide to attack. Okay, code of law. For now, I'm probably just going to continue to go down the line with the easier researches because we could just keep spitting them out that way. Got done with the settlers. That's good. Now we can get to cracking on a temple. Really need a temple, and it's going to take a while to build, but we really, really need one. Okay, so let's activate this dude. Oops. Take out their random warriors. They have a bit of a bonus, but had the clear advantage. And we just achieved another victory, so we get an upgrade. probably do this one because I doubt that I'm going to be using this army for city attacks. So this way they get an extra move after an attack. So like they just attacked and now they can go again. Which just in time because I would like to take out these archers. This guy's trying to be smart about it. He has his warriors. Well, not warriors. Shoot, he's got Legion. And he has them moving with archers. So the archers protected them. The defense of both the legions and the warriors is pretty bad. So now he has the upper hand because he can attack me, and his attack should be higher than my defense. If I'm not mistaken, next turn he'll have the advantage with that. I would like to move my settlers and get the city going, but without an archer to send with them that I can immediately start using for defense, I'm weary of that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to move this spy up there. Because like I said, eventually I'll make use of that. So I guess for now the settlers are just going to have to hang out because... Oh my goodness, they are really starting to come at me with some dudes here. Wow, they didn't attack though. I find that surprising. If they did, they would have had the advantage, but they did not attack. So... it's a slight advantage, but I have the advantage. I may or may not win. Like I said, an advantage doesn't guarantee a victory, but you know it does help to make it an easier decision to do it. They could counterattack with that other army that they have, and I would imagine they would win, especially now that I'm weakened. But, oh, never mind. It's a guy completely by himself. I'm going to just go again now that my... Oh, wow, I was able to overrun them completely. Nice. There you go. And since they were overrun, that doesn't count as a turn, and I can go again and overrun the next group of guys. So I just wiped this guy out. That was a lot of army that he was sending my way that is now obsolete and doesn't matter. And I feel pretty good about moving my settlers. As soon as my capital is done with... use them to heal. As soon as my capital is done with its first catapult, I'm going to go ahead and tell it to make an archer so that this new city will have its own defenses. Yeah, I see you moving about over there. Alright, we were also the first to discover that, so we got a trading post built in Zimbabwe. That's what's up. And now we have an opportunity to change our government type. So, if we go with a republic, settlers can build for only one... they can be built with only one population unit. And that's really the only advantage that we get from it. So, no, I'm just going to stick with what I got. And... see what else we got way down the line here. Ooh, navigation. Wouldn't mind having bigger boats. Well, whatever. You know, I really wanted to make the Great Wall. But now... I have this unnecessary distraction. You know, I might want to put the city here because they could take advantage of the forest right away. What about if I put them here? See, it's only one production if I put them there, and if I put them here, it's 2 production from the forest. So we'll put them there. It's a nice in between. These dudes, I'm gonna stick right on this hill, right on their road. And set to defend for now. I may end up attacking at some point in the near future, though. And then we're going to switch this guy to at least make one archer, just so we have an archer going. The catapult army, I will have to... You know what? They can wait till I build a road. Because I'm planning on building one soon. And otherwise, it's going to take them forever to get there anyway. And... okay, so yeah, so we're going to found the city here. Let's go with the largest and weirdest name. Actually, Zunguin is a very weird name. We'll go with that. Woo, yeah, cheer. Okay, let's build a road. Wait, hold on. Well, yeah, let's build a road from the capital to Zinguin. Like a show. Actually, you know what? Well, shoot. For now, see, this is what sucks. I would rather my capital be building something more important than units, but I'm at war, and that's what I need to be working on. And I don't like only having one archer in my forward deployed city. So I'm going to keep working on that. But let's go ahead and move the catapult. Like so. We got the spy there. They can hang out for now. What happened to the other archer? Didn't I just make a second archer? Or no, they're working on an archer. Herpaderp, okay. Okay, so now all these dudes that are close by and by themselves, he could form those into an army. Oh, snap. We just replaced the best city in the world. Take that, Tripoli. Suck it. How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel? That's mean. Okay, let's see how much it's going to cost to build a road up to there. Only 60 gold. All right, so now everything's connected. It'll be a lot easier to move dudes around. Probably going to go ahead with a temple because now that we have another city, that's going to hurt our culture. We need to get that going so we can expand our borders, especially since he's got like a lot of interesting things near this city that he's not taking advantage of yet. So do that. Shut up. I love how when they're like, oh, blah, 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 give us this or else. And it's like, I am going to kill you. Like, you're not even a threat to me at all. I'm going to kill a whole bunch of your guys right now. And now, meanwhile, this army of warriors is getting, like, boatloads of experience. So I'm going to be able to keep ranking them up and giving them more and more awesome stuffs. So I am okay with this. I like where my units are, just kind of hanging out and just taking out any random units that he decides to try to send over my way. Or not. Wow! Single Legion just took out a whole freaking army, and we had twice the advantage. Oh my god. It's freaking awesome. That's why I wanted to have archers with them, and I didn't. This seems to happen to me a lot in this game. I played this game not too long ago, right before I did this Let's Play, just to kind of refresh my memory. You know, I was like, well, I'm getting ready to do this playthrough, and I don't really remember how to play the game. So, yeah, jeez. These guys need more production. So, we'll work on a workshop, because I want them to have production over here. And it seemed like that just kept happening. Like, I would have the advantage, the clear advantage. Great, now I get to go to war with someone else. And, but it wouldn't matter. They would still take me out. And that was a really good example of that, where I had a double on their, you know, on the advantage, and then I still lost out in the end. So that seems to happen too often. I should have been able to like leave that army there, like I was starting to say, and then just, you know, keep spanking his units around, and that would have been that. But that is in fact not what I was able to do. So it's kind of annoying, kind of upsetting, because now he's going to be able to start coming at me. I don't have a whole lot going on over there. It's very annoyed. Like across the board, I'm just annoyed. But we did get a great person. Got that going for us. We'll just settle him. Might as well. Got another archer. I'm going to work on building a archer army way up there, since, like I said, that's the forward deployed city. So they're the most likely to have issues and be attacked. So I want them to be maxed out. I don't know why he decided to park that single unit there. Maybe he was feeling brave after they were able to take out a unit with an advantage, but just wiped them out with my catapult that was sitting there real quick. And here comes another one. And I'll wipe them out too. Whatever. You can keep. We'll keep this up all day, guy. Just keep throwing stuff at me. Uh-oh. Alright, we can now build a courthouse, Shakespeare Theater, University of Sancor, wonder. Ah, we just got +1 in each city because we were the first to discover that. See, our science is off the chain right now, and it seems like we're pretty much the first to discover just about everything, and that's really working out our advantage. I'm going to go with feudalism now because that gives us the ability to make knights, and that is going to give us a giant advantage. Alright, there. You know, before I even forget to do it, let's go back to... You know what? I'm going to take a break from building units because I'm defending myself nicely, and I really don't care, and I don't necessarily feel like I need to go on the attack rank. Well, there's a boat sitting there. He could be getting ready to... Shoot. Never mind. I'm going to leave this place producing archers because I would like an archer army in my capital as well. So much so that I'm going to leave this archer here and focus on that because he's got a boat sitting there, so he could be getting ready to offload some units to attack my capital. So there you go. Archer army. Now I feel a lot better about their position. I only have 2 single archers up here, though, and I would really like to change that. But let's try to take out their legion army. It's only 1 catapult. He has the advantage, though, so, I mean, he's supposed to be able to win. Nice. That's a whole army gone. I feel a lot better about being up there now. And now they're upgraded. I like the ability to heal anywhere, but... oh, yeah, let's definitely do scout. Because I'm going to be using the catapults to attack the cities. That way we can see what's inside of the city before we attack. That's always good. So, yeah, that went well. And this is why I use archers for defense. Booyah, sucker. That's all I have to say to that. Booyah. This guy. You do not threaten us? They really don't. Like, I don't know why they keep insisting on, like, yeah, you should give us this. If anything, he should be giving me stuff. Like, he wiped out 1 unit. Michael, can you move, please? I can't see, buddy. Thank you. For 6 turns, you want me to give up one of my guys. For peace for 6 turns. Are you... oh, God. Anyway. Alright, so now I finally got into the archers so we can finish the army up there. I would like to actually build something useful now. And I really wanted to do the Great Wall. It's interesting, too. If I build it, all nations will offer us peace. So we could go to peace with at least the Mongolians if we wanted to, so that we're only at war with 1 person at a time. It's going to take a while to build it, but I think it's worthwhile. And like I said, like I don't like when I get thrown into war sometimes because I just want my cities to be working on buildings and advancing themselves, but I can't because they have to work on units. And my capital is the only place that has a barracks, so that's the logical place to build my troops at. Michael, put that down, buddy. What the heck are you touching stuff for? Oh, dang it. They're all discovering stuff. I'm not discovering nothing. Alright, so, yeah. Archer army. So I feel way more safe about that whole situation. And we can take out these random Mongolian legions that decided to wander over here. Putting that catapult there was like the best thing I ever did. Being able to go on the offense when a unit's sitting outside of your city is extremely useful. Don't need to look at the exotic gift of mighty strongmen. That seems a bit unnecessary. Michael. Leave the guinea pigs alone, buddy. Alright, new ability. 50% gold production. That's pretty good. No, we don't need to save right now. Although a new era would be a great place to end the video. I'm going to keep going just for a little bit longer because I still have some stuff I want to do in this episode. But anyway, so yeah, now we can build knights. That's rad. And we were the first to discover it once again, so they gave us some knights. How nice of them. Now, I think I'm going to go with... At this point, I'm just kind of learning stuff, and that's not really... There's no particular rhyme or reason to the things I'm deciding to learn. I'm just trying to learn whatever I can learn. You know, I specifically chose that so I can get knights, but after that, it's kind of like whatever. The only thing I'm purposely doing is skipping over currency, if you notice that, because I don't have any cities that are producing currency right now anyway. I'm focusing more on other stuff, so yeah, not really worried about it. Alright, so let's grab our... Okay, so they have an 8 to their 4.5. How about the knights that we were just gifted? Also an 8 to their 4.5. Well, we'll go with the catapults. I'd rather, if I had to lose one, if they were potentially going to lose, I'd rather lose the catapult. Even though it's a higher rank, it's been leveled up. Oh, dang. So this is what I'm talking about. Almost a double advantage and nothing. But at least we wounded them, and the knights should be able to take them out. Or not. Come on. Thank God. I was gonna be pissed if I had an advantage twice and both times I lost. Alright, moving back in the city where you're safe. End the turn. And they're discovering all kinds of stuff, and I'm not discovering anything. Look at all these dudes they're coming at me with now. Jeez. Oh, and they just threw some guys on the shores of my capital too, huh? Alright, but we got workshops, which gave us a crap ton more production. Umfolozy, if you, I don't know how you actually say that, but their production is awesome now. As you can see, they can build a barracks in only 3 turns. So I decided to make them have a barracks because that way, if need be, they can get involved. I'm also going to give them a direct road when I can afford it. And they can start getting into production of troops instead of the capital, so my capital can focus on other things. Like right now it's making the Wonder, and I don't want to stop making the Wonder. Michael, stop pushing the chair. It's going to break, buddy. Weirdo. So, yeah. We'll let them make a barracks. I'm going to heal my knights. Lot of stuff at my doorstep. Hopefully my archer army is up to the task. I really don't have anything else to send their way for help. Everyone else is kind of busy building stuff, and I'd like to keep it that way. The archer army should be able to do it. One thing to my advantage is that he had no idea what was in my city besides the knight, because he would have known that, and it came out and went back in. So, you know, he goes to attack, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, crap, there's an archer army in there. And then now you can see they're kind of moving around a little bit, so that might have scared them off. Alright, so we can make pikemen. Pikemen are better defense than archers, so if I wanted to start using pikemen instead of archers for defense, I could. If I switch to democracy, science and gold will go up by 50%. However, the people will refuse to allow a declaration of war. Which is terrible, so no. I would really love to have the increase of science, but that would mean every time someone was like, give us this or else, I would have to say yes. That's bullcrap. I'm going to go ahead with currency just because it's been sitting there for a while. Might as well get rid of it. Like this right now. This dude, if I accepted it, he would have been like, blah, 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 blah. And my people would have been like, yes, you have to do it. Screw that. I'm kicking this guy's butt right now. Like these random archers that were supposed to be defending someone else, and I was like, nope. That's the way to do it. And then these guys up here. So just like that, you have no armies once again. And I get to upgrade these guys. I'm going to go with medic, because these guys are going to be on the front in the near future. But for now, they're going back in the city. Look at that. We're almost done with our temple, too. Thank goodness. That place, the boundaries in that place are so small. Boom. Done. Immediately expanded our boundaries. Feel much better about that. Being that they're on the front, it wouldn't be a terrible idea either for them to have a barracks. But, well, let me evaluate the situation. They don't really have any hills. So, a courthouse, I don't know. Well, it does, yeah, it does allow them to use more resource squares, period. The production here is very small. That's why it took so long to make a temple. So I might as well go for it. Look, see? This guy. You have never once been a threat to me, ever. Why would I give you stuff? Give me stuff. Just because you're, like, in my territory. I don't find that scary at all. Look. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. He's just like, yeah, or else. And then he comes at me with, like, bullcrap. Okay, so we can build caravan units. We can build a market. And the trade fair. And we got a caravan because we were the first dudes to make it. So there you go. And now we see if there's anything really advanced down the line. No, there's not. So we'll just, I mean, there is, but we'll just keep going with the easy stuff. Finished with the barracks. So you can see we can't make archers anymore. We can only make pikemen for defensive units. For now, I'm okay, and I'm going to focus on knights. I'd like to get at least 2 more so I can make an army. So I'll just keep them working on that. Oh my goodness. So this guy wants to go to war? This is ridiculous. I'm just at war with everybody. And I was about to send him a caravan. But now I'm at war with everybody. So I can't send a caravan to no one. It's ridiculous. Well, I'll just park them up here. And eventually when I make peace with somebody, I'll have a caravan. Are these guys still sitting here? Random legions? I could attack them with my archer on me. Normally you don't attack with archers, but I mean, these dudes have been sitting on my doorstep for half a minute now. It's like, what are you doing there? So, might as well take them out, right? I could have attacked all these random things gathering at my doorsteps. I decided not to because I only have that one knight. I don't want to lose him. Once I turn him into a knight army, then I'll be able to, you know, go on the offensive with much more confidence. So, decided to leave it be. Come on. Come on. Giant freaking advantage, and I barely made it. Son of a crap. Now they're extremely injured. Oh my god, and this guy wants to spit out another unit. Okay. Oh, but here come these guys. They're also at war with me for no reason. Well, at least these guys are like really good at city defense now with their most recent upgrade. So go ahead and heal them. What would be the advantage over them? Oh yeah, that's an overrun. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, put them back. And then there was someone else making their way down here, but whatever. There's just one guy. I don't have an archer army protecting this particular city, but I have an archer, so it's a start. I really wish I had one more archer because, like, I have one archer in there and I have one archer here. So if I had one more, I can make an archer army and then replace, like, this city's archer with a pikeman. That is not the case. So I kind of just have a bunch of single archers. I'd rather have armies. Hey, look who decided to come back. Die. These guys are beastly. The Immortal Knights. Bleh. Yeah, I'm just like at war with everyone on the planet. It's kind of ridiculous. Got that die there. Oh, that requires monarchy. I'm not really even sure why, but alright. Alright, so now we can build an aqueduct. And as always, we were the first to discover this. So we got +1 production in each city. That was desperately needed. Alright, I'm going to go with monarch so we can make use of that die. Finished our temple, finally. So that's what's up. We can expand our boundaries there. What do I want to go with? Probably a granary to help them grow faster as a city. Very low population, not growing super fast, so yeah. And oh wait, how much money do I have? Oh, good. Okay. Build a road. That way the knights will get there that much faster. Alright, yeah. And then they're going to finish my knight army next turn, so that's what's up. Once that happens, I'll probably go on the offensive a little bit. I don't know. I'm up and down about it. I like having these offensive units in my forward position because they've been really helping out with taking guys out before they even attack. But at the same time, you know, it's just like, I don't even know. This guy, dude, I'm not giving you anything for peace. Get out of my face. All right. First things first, let's form this knight army, and then I'll decide what to do with them. Since Tripoli is so powerful, like they're the second best city, they were the best city for a long time. Ooh, I can add 1 population to each city. Let's do that. Go for it. Yay. Yeah, I might decide to take a stab at him instead of Germany, even though Germany's been like my longest adversary or whatever. I'm not sure whether or not they're the most powerful. Well, first things first. Let's actually make that an army, and then we'll take out these Arab warriors just randomly sitting there. As you can see, because one of my units were Immortal Knights, when I made the army, they all turned into Immortal Knights. So that's one really nice feature. I don't know. I mean, like, if he's got, let's say he has an archer army, and they're a higher level, I mean, there's a chance that they're going to take out my Immortal Knight army, which is pretty sweet military force I got going on here. I don't know how crazy I am about that idea. However, come to think of it, he does... Well, first of all, let me just take out these random archers. He does have this random city that's really close to mine, so instead of going for Tripoli, the capital, we could probably go for Samarra, which might not be as well defended or whatever. Yeah, he just kind of like built this city pretty close to mine, and I actually wanted to have a city there eventually because of the uranium that's there. So yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. The Germans have declared war on the Arabs. Oh, that's good though. Maybe that'll help spread out their forces a little bit. What shall we build with Zimbabwe? Good question. I guess courthouse? Did someone beat us to the Great Wall or something like that, I guess? Because it just, like, stopped making a Great Wall. But one thing about Civ that's different here in this version of Civ is that the production is credited towards something else. So now we're going to spit out a courthouse lickety split. All right. This is a gamble, but it's a high attack, 24. I would say at best they would have an archer army with a defense of 18. Hopefully I'm right. Oh, wow. There's a single freaking archer. That was easy. All right, so we took 7 pieces of gold. We discovered the secret of religion. So that we stole one of their one of their technologies. So that's what's up. It shouldn't take too long to actually get these 2 territories to join as well and really cut the Arabs out of this area. But we also got this uranium, which is going to be a long time before we can make use of it, but eventually we will be able to make use of it, so that's also rad. So for now, my Immortal Knight army is going to have to hang out there, because otherwise they have 0 defenses. See if I can afford a road. Yep, barely, but I can. The other thing I would like to do is work on pikemen. Matter of fact, let's head over to our other city, which was about to finish making knights, which I don't really need right now. So let's switch that to pikemen, because we can finish 1 pikeman this turn, and then the very next turn they'll split another one. And I'll put a pikeman army here in Samarra because they're obviously way out there in the danger zone. And yeah, I realize this has been a pretty long episode, guys. I'm just, you know how it is. I'm enjoying myself. I'm extremely late for work. I haven't even started getting ready yet, and I still need to like shave and get dressed because I'm still in my PTs. So I'm going to end it after the end of this, once we end this episode here. But yeah, so great. We can utilize die. Once again, we're the first ones to do this, so a great person appeared. If we switch, our palace culture doubles. And it doesn't seem like there's any negatives with switching. It just says that we get double the palace culture. It doesn't seem like we get anything negative. So let's switch. Why not? And then research banking. So there you go. So now we have a crap ton of culture here. So that should really make us expand our borders dramatically and give us a lot of working tiles. With that and the courthouse combined, we should be pretty good. So yeah, I was working on the Great Wall, and that failed. So I guess now I'm going to make just a regular wall. Because I have all this production saved up. So you saw, like, right away one turn we finished a courthouse, and now once again right away one turn we'll finish a wall. So the nice thing about this as compared to the other one, Civ 5, is that ooh, you know what? This will be my gold city because they were already producing gold and they're doing a good job with it. So yeah, this will be my gold city. Make me the monies, guy. But yeah, yeah, the nice thing about it is that if someone beats you to the punch or whatever, you don't just lose all that production and get penalized. So, yeah, so that's nice. Now, I guess I'll do a market so we can continue to work on the gold in this place. That's obviously going to be our theme. We are also now civilized, so yay us. I will soon take back my city. Blah, 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 blah. We will leave you in peace in exchange for something that I don't care about. Because I kicked your ass. Why would I give you anything? Okay. So they're going to have to hang out. Almost done with the pikemen. Send them up here. They'll make it there eventually. And then my knights can go about their business. I would have to imagine that if they only had one archer in that city to defend it, that Tripoli at best has an archer army. So I might have to take a gamble and take a stab at them with my knights. But for now, I would say that we're good. Got a lot accomplished. I'm probably going to be late for work now. So overwrite that. So thanks for watching, guys, for this particularly long episode. I hope you're enjoying the PlayStation version of Civilization Revolutions. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.